Space Jam. Are you ready? No!
Okay. Alright. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Bradley jerks violently awake after a pod collides through a grove of trees directly into a large pond of quicksand.
Sweet.
The glass plate in front of his face was cracked during the crash, and as the pod sinks, the threat becomes violently apparent. If Bradley doesn't escape the pod, it will fill with quicksand and sink, trapping him inside, never to be found again.
Oh, damn.
So let's go ahead and roll a survival.
Buddy, where is your card? There we go. See, this is great. I remember when I was making them, I had like a point left over somewhere, and I was like, I'll put that in survival.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still only a total of 3.
Oh no.
Here we go. Let's see how we do this.
Unable to escape the pod, Bradley helplessly watches as the crack in the glass splinters and widens out, shattering into shards that chip and cut at his skin. The cool, thick, soft serve feel of the quicksand pours through the hole, splattering across his chest to drain into the depths of the pod, surrounding him in a cool, compressed embrace.
Before that happens, is it possible to pilot these? Are these EEVs of any kind? Or they're just cryo chambers? Mm-hmm. So they have no controls whatsoever?
Nope. The pod sinks deeper and deeper as the sand inside the pod rises. Up to his chin now, Bradley is unable to do anything but scream. But that's cut short when his mouth fills up and the last bit of sunlight graces his eyes. The pod is gone. Bradley is gone. Outside in the jungle, there's no visual cues that any devastation has happened. No spaceship wreckage, no metal salvage. The quiet brought on by the wilderness steadies back into its normal sounds. And then the pod, because of the pressure, the front door just like pops fucking right off because there's so much quicksand on the inside pressuring out of it. So you get to roll literally one survival to see if he can fucking like swim his ass up out of this quicksand. And if not, Bradley's dead. Which is going to vastly shorten our evening.
Alright, come on, boy.
He fucking did it! Alright, so like...
Oh my god!
barely! Like the fucking vibration of the door popping off the pod like basically opens him up. He opens his eyes and quicksand immediately fills his eyes. And like he realized, it takes like 3 seconds for him to realize that like he's completely encapsulated and like in being crushed by this stuff. He has no idea what it is. But he starts swimming up because in reality quicksand isn't like the fucking movies. Fucking, he swims up and he gets out of the fucking quicksand. So that's going to be a +1 stress and a -1 hit point. On the bank where loose sand meets solid ground, an exhausted, heavily breathing, tear-streaked Bradley pulls himself to safety. His arms completely spent, they're barely able to move. Thick, pasty, wet sand covers his body, hardening as it drives. Even the simple task of rolling onto his back is a struggle, but Bradley just barely manages it. High up in the sky, in the dissipating black smoke that was once Alexei's ships, still remains, looking now like not much more than a small storm cloud. Exhaustion takes over as the adrenaline subsides, and as Bradley's eyes grow heavy, he notices 3 separate smoke trails leading down to the earth. One of which that appears to have been his own pod. +1 stress, +1 dehydrated, +2 exhausted. What do you do? Scream.
I mean,
he's just now realized that he's on a jungle planet. Like he was asleep and then woke up in quicksand and swam out of it and is just now standing on the bank of a jungle.
I mean, like, oh my god, what happened? What the fuck just happened? Where am I? What is this? I'll start looking around for Viktor or Alexei or anything.
You see nothing.
And seeing nothing. And I guess I would put together that the other two smoke trails are probably theirs.
This is basically like what you look off into.
Oh god. Alright, well at least it's not an ice planet. Shit. Like he would just be taking stock of like kind of like where he is, like wondering what's going on, right? Like do I observe anything? Can I roll observation?
What you observe is that you're just like in your fucking underwear. You have no gear, no armor, no weapons. You don't see any people. Like there's a big ass fucking pond of quicksand in front of you, and all directions around you is just like densely deep ass thick jungle.
Fuck.
And like way up in the sky, you can see that like burnt cloud mark with like the different like trails like coming down. So like he can kind of see like, all right, so it looks like maybe that way. Like,
shit.
Yeah, like basically like that is gonna be all three of you's like only source of direction. Like it's gonna be the same for Viktor, where he's gonna be like, all right, so they like over there. Like,
am I out here alone? Not really sure what to do. Do I go look for them? Do I stay put? You're supposed to stay put in the woods, aren't you? Oh no.
The pod is like gone.
Pod is gone. I have no idea that I was here. Maybe if I build a fire, I can do some smoke signals or something. Shit. I'm very hungry and tired. Or thirsty and tired. So he's just kind of like pacing back and forth and like looking, I don't know, like he has no idea what to do, right? Like, he's just kind of like looking at stuff and like kicking rocks and, and like thinking, he's kind of like at the same time thinking like, oh, fuck, I need like, there's nothing around me. Like I'm gonna need food and water, right? I'll need food, water, probably a fire, like.
Good luck trying to start a fire in this wet ass fucking jungle. Rainforests are like some of the wettest places on the planet. Alright, so while Radley...
Yeah, Radley's very confused and thinking to himself, situation. Like, yes. Trying to figure the situation out.
Yeah. So, somewhere else on the planet, impossible to tell in relation to direction, Viktor Monooglovich stands on the bank of a river, examining the nearby waterfall. High above him, it's clear from the fading black streaks in the sky that the other three ejected pods fell in the direction above and beyond the waterfall. Meaning, basically exactly the way that you just came from, and you have to go back. And for him to locate them, he's going to have to climb back up to the peak.
Shit.
How, and more importantly, if he accomplishes that, is up to him. Conditions: +1 dehydrated, +1 exhausted.
Sorry, you said dehydrated and...
Exhausted.
Exhausted.
Yeah. Alright, roll up.
Do my health and stress go away from the last game? Or no?
No, it's the same.
Alright, fuck.
Roll observation.
Are there... I don't remember. There's nothing I can do to, like, boost observation, be like, I look very closely. It's only the binoculars, I thought.
It's just, like, stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't aim your eyes.
I squint really hard.
Yeah. I aim my directional awareness. Oh, shit. Alright. The nearly imperceptible pulse of something large, slimy, and wet crawls across your back. As you reach back and pull at it, a sharp pin stipples across your shoulder as the giant leech's teeth come loose from your body.
Ugh.
Conditions +1 stress, -1 hit point. What do you do?
Kill the leech. Right? Or is it dead already?
No, it's just sucking. It's on your back, just like sucking away.
Oh, I pull that shit off.
Alright, so like you rip it off and it's just like... And like it's just got like it's like teeth like...
Okay, I'm gonna like crush it.
Alright,
like,
so you
it's
smash
like-
it. What do you
yeah.
do?
Just I smash his head. Like,
Alright, after hitting it on the ground 2 times, its body stops wriggling and just lays there like limp.
alright, great.
The steep wall before you, the waterfall, before you stretches high above the canopy. Simultaneously jagged and smooth, the rock is most similar to onyx, though instead of a black shine, it reflects back a dull swirling white and gray. Pieces stick out enough to grip, but the path up won't be easy. Extending as far back as the eye can see in either direction, like as far back, it's just like a huge wall. It becomes clear that attempting to find a path around this obstacle will detour you much longer than it would be rationally advised.
Okay.
As you can see.
Alright.
What do you do? How do you climb the mountain and what do you do?
Well. So let's do this part. So Viktor's sitting there thinking to himself, he's going, what happened? What the hell just happened? No sign of Radley or Alexei. Both MIA. Fuck. If they weren't ejected from the ship, they burned up on re-entry. If they crashed, they'd be KIA. Fuck. Radley. Alexei, if he made it through the atmosphere, my gut says that he's alive, but Radley, I'll have to find him, and fast. I doubt he has any formal survival training. He absolutely will not make it out here long on his own. I have to take care of myself here first. No good to anyone if I'm crippled in the jungle. God damn, what a mess. I'm not even wearing any fucking clothes! Ah! So much work to do. Need to build a camp, a fire, weapons, traps. I need water to treat these wounds. I'll worry about eating later. Hungry after cryo sleep, but it can wait. Viktor takes the light eater talent.
Okay.
I'll need to work quickly. There's little time to waste. Viktor takes the light sleeper talent.
Okay.
Alright, and we gotta do a wits roll.
Yes, sir. Roll them quits.
What a no, damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Base dice. 5. Pachow.
He gets it!
Boom.
He's just like, I am not gonna say.
He's very awake from crash landing on a planet.
His adrenaline is
like-
gonna keep him going for like 4 days.
Okay. Then I would like to eat that slug.
Alright. Are you gonna
But
eat it raw?
not raw. No. I'll hold on to it until I can get a fire going. You said that's fresh water?
Yes.
Alright, can I drink that to take care of the dehydrated status?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So I'll drink some of the water to get rid of dehydration. And then, is there anything I can do right now to de-stress?
Well, you always have your signature item with you. So now, hold up. Your pound of weed is in like a big ass like vacuum sealed Ziploc bag that is like tied to a cord that is around your waist. That you sleep in with the cryo thing. So like it's with you. Like it was
That's
just
amazing.
like dragging behind you in the water.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, you can't lose your signature item.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got your weed. You just
Okay.
don't have anything to smoke it with. But you could like cradle your weed, just like.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that boy.
All right, I'll give you one stress off. For
All right.
that.
I'll just take anything right now.
One stress off for that, and then if you can figure out how to craft a bowl and then make tiny enough fire to smoke your weed, I'll let you fully, completely de-stress.
All right. Radley's signature item is his revoked medical license.
So it's just like a lanyard that's around his neck.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's a medical license. It's not valid anymore.
yeah.
Okay. So hold on to the weed. Take care of that stress. What can I do? Can I roll medical aid to heal myself?
Yes.
All right. I'll roll medical aid.
Oh, you get 1 hit point. Oh, wait. You get 1 hit point back. Uh-oh. But you got fucking stress.
Do I take the hit point first?
You do take the hit point.
All right, good.
But that's a lot of stress, buddy.
All right, let's do the panic roll, but I'm going to use Nerves of Steel for a -2 modification.
Okay. So, roll a base dice. No, you just want to roll a d6. Like, just roll a d6. So
Alright.
4, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's -2.
Yes, so that'd be 8.
Tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skills involving agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops.
Shit.
Stopping panic. Another character comes to your aid and makes a command. You are broken, or 1 turn passes. And a turn is, hold on, let me look it up. I think it's like 20 minutes or something.
All right, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Turns 83.
Unless you're like, Cirque du Soleil shows up. You're like, what?
Measuring time. A turn is 10 minutes.
Okay,
So
sweet.
Viktor basically just like sits down on the fucking. He heals himself 1 hit point and then just like sits down on the bank and like just trembles for 10 minutes.
Well, I think maybe what it is that I'm putting stuff like in a wound. I'm just like, ah.
Okay.
All right, sweet. Need to get up this waterfall. Turns out that was a bad idea. But hey, we avoided the snake. Kind
Yes, for now.
of. Kind of. For now. God damn it. Oh, fuck. How do I climb a waterfall?
Well, I would suggest maybe
Lead.
the part that's not wet.
Yes. No.
Viktor just like he's like fuck
Like
that.
water like in my eyes.
Yeah. Just fucking like hundreds of pounds of pressure just like
Water surging over my body. Makes you feel alive. Alright. Need to get up this waterfall before some other bullshit happens. I'm gonna start trying to find like some kind of lashing, maybe. If there's any like vines or like,
oh, there's fines.
okay. Are they like usable?
Roll observation.
Alright.
Viktor very much finds extremely fucking durable vines.
Okay, hold on. So I want to figure out what the stunts are for observation. Observation. Okay. For every extra success you roll, you get to know the answer to one of these questions. Is it coming for me? Are there more of them close by? How do I get in past away? Okay, so how do I get up the waterfall?
Well, you can either fucking free climb it, or you can, like, free climb it with a, like, fucking man-made, like, vine thing that you, like, fucking try to, like, hook up into things with, like, some kind of fucking, like, tool that, like, you can maybe fucking try to figure out because you just fucking took that, like, armorer class.
No, alright.
But that's going to be at a very high difficulty because that sounds extremely difficult. So both of them are going to be difficult no matter what. But I would say that's probably the only way is up.
Alright.
I mean, fucking cavemen and motherfuckers were climbing rocks back in the day.
Right.
So there's got to be something. It's just that, like...
I'm just wondering if the vines don't offer me, like, a safety line of some kind.
If you could figure it out. Look at the image.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. I'll attempt to fashion some type of, like, safety line.
Alright, heavy machinery roll.
Okay.
You want to push it?
Well, I can't, right? Not with the panic. Or can you ignore panic?
No, the panic's over.
No, I gotta...
It's been 10 minutes.
Oh, the other panic's over.
Yeah.
I just got a panic in my roll.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Alright, well then, let's roll your panic.
Alright. Here we go.
4 plus...
Nerves of Steel.
What does Nerves of Steel do?
-2.
Can you use it multiple times?
Believe it's on any panic roll.
Oh boy. Make sure.
This talent... Wait, that's... Yeah, 2 all panic rolls.
Okay.
Is what I have written down.
Alright, so you tremble for another 10 minutes.
Damn.
He's having a rough day.
Alright,
so,
but I do want to push that too. So.
Okay. 10 minutes have passed, and now you can try and push it.
Alright. When can I hold my weed again?
In 4 hours.
Fuck.
So, like, in 3 hours and 40 minutes. Okay. You are very successful at making strong-ass fucking...
Safety line. All
safety
right.
line.
What are my stunts? Hold on.
But you also tremble for 10 more minutes.
Alright, stunts. For every extra success you roll, gain a +1 modification to a later skill roll related to this one. So I'll pocket that.
Okay, you might want to write that down to
Yeah.
remember.
Now, would you say it's related to climbing, or...
No, I would say it was related to making...
To crafting.
Badass rope.
Okay, so +1 to roll related to crafting...
Vine ropes.
Vine ropes. Alright. You got this. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same challenge in the future.
He's just like, I can make vine ropes, you guys.
Yep. Viktor can make vine ropes. Can make vine ropes now.
He just learned it.
You do it quickly in half the time it would normally
He
take.
makes vine ropes really fast.
Viktor can make vine ropes now, comma, very quickly.
Durable, right? Durable vine ropes. So that was
Yes.
the whole point of it.
Highly durable vine ropes. Yeah, quickly. All right.
You're gonna be taking that skill back with you.
Yeah, dude.
Be like, you guys, I can just whip us up a vine rope.
Like, how are we ever gonna make it? I'm like,
Yes. This has already fucking paid off.
okay.
All right, so you got your vine rope.
All right.
It's been 30 minutes.
Okay, so I'm not trembling anymore. Fucking. Oh wait, no, I have another panic roll to make.
No,
It's gonna be trembling.
That was your tremble.
All right. What else should I do before I climb?
Well, you need to like make some kind of like tool to like hook the rope into the
Yeah,
rock.
no, I'm thinking about that.
And I don't see any metal anywhere.
No. But I could fashion. Are there like rocks around?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use the rocks to like, first of all, I can use those to pound together. Okay, hold on. I want to make something that I like can hammer, right? Like some kind of hammer.
You could make
Which
a
I
hammer.
could just use like a rock for.
Right, but like there's wood and vines and rocks. Like
Okay, yeah.
you could make a hammer.
I'm gonna make like a pickaxe.
Okay. So roll observation to find like a proper rock to use for that.
All right.
Because this whole place is like onyx shale. Yeah, alright. So you successfully find it, but go ahead and roll your panic. 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4.
Be 9.
So 9. Alright, let's see what that is. I just need to keep this open on the fucking panic page. Well, you and Bradley are just gonna be panicking all fucking around. Yeah. 9. Drop item when you're holding nothing.
Okay.
Whether by stress, confusion, or realization that you're all going to die, you drop a weapon or other important item. So you drop your weed bag in the ground, but it's still attached to you. Your stress level increases by 1. That's like the worst part. Alright, so you do successfully find everything that you need to make a pickaxe.
Okay. Let me.
Now you gotta roll heavy machinery to make it.
So I don't have any of this shit on me.
You might want to add it to your character sheet.
Yeah.
What are you gonna name the pickaxe?
Handmade pickaxe.
You'll come up with a name later.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
It's gotta earn a name.
It does.
Because now this is like your like primeval cutting torch.
Yeah, dude. What's the stats on it?
I'm gonna let me pull up the sheets. I'm gonna say 0 bonus and a 2 damage.
Okay, hold on.
Engage range, close combat.
Zero bonus, 2 damage, engaged, close combat. Alright. Fire intensity 9.
Dude, you could like find like some kind of oil on the planet and like rub the thing down and like be like wielding a flaming fucking.
I was gonna ask what type of trees are around me.
I guess you're gonna have to roll observation.
Alright. Because what I need are trees that have some type of like resin or sappy shit that come out of them.
Look forward.
How long has it been?
I mean, you're looking at probably about 40 minutes.
Okay.
So you like you've gotten a lot done after fucking surviving a rocket to the fucking planet and like Quetzalcoatl battle.
yeah. Just like. All right.
He just immediately was like, I need a weapon.
Well, the pickaxe, I can use it as a hammer.
Yeah.
So, like, it'll be helpful, and I can, like, hold on to stuff with it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Can I build it in such a way that, like, I'm going to lash, like, part of the handle around so it, like, technically holds onto my hand?
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Like that thing that Thor has on the bottom of his...
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah. All right, so I find some trees with the sap that I want.
Oh, very much so. Like, just, like, thick, like glue, man.
All right, so I'm going to...
It just, like, pours out, oozes out, like, amber, like, deep red amber out of the fucking tree, like blood.
All right, beautiful. I'm going to want to collect that with something. Can I... Are they like bambooish type of trees? I mean, amongst these other ones?
It's a fucking jungle, so hold on, let me pull up, this is what Viktor sees here.
Yeah, let's just say that I can identify the trees, I guess.
Hold on, I got you on some shit. No, that's not the one. There you go. Lots of different types of trees, man.
Okay.
Like...
So I need something that's like bambooish that I can like core to create like a vessel or like a cup.
Okay. You could also use like big ass leaves too.
Could.
But
I
like,
can't carry it up the mountain.
No, but like if you were to figure out some way of combining the idea of the bamboo with like the leaves. Like if you were to like put the sap in the leaf, roll the leaf up like a lollipop or like a fruit roll up and then stick it inside the bamboo.
I think what I'll do is yeah, I'll let the resin collect in something large like that. Like something that's like a leaf, yeah, like something that's like close to a bowl shape.
But you could make like you could get a big leaf and just like stuff it into like a. You could do it.
Maybe I can use like the lashing, like the rope to, like tie it almost like a bag.
A satchel.
Yeah, like a satchel.
Probably.
All right. So a satchel-y type of leaf structure situation, collecting a little bit of resin.
How much resin are you trying to get?
I'm just gonna let it collect.
Okay.
And I may or may not take it with me because like I don't know if I'm gonna get it up the mountain or not. Let's see. I'm gonna make a bow drill and try to check the flammability of this resin.
Okay.
And if I can start a fire real quick, I'm gonna cook up that leech and eat it.
Okay.
Is that heavy machinery?
Yes, absolutely. Any kind of crafting.
All right. Oh my god. So hold on. Tell me, how does the panic shit work?
He just got hit with 3 different panics.
Is a panic roll for each one of those?
Yeah. You successfully made your bow drill though. All right.
Hold on. I don't... So, is this... I have to roll panic 3 times? Mm-hmm. And what's the... And that's just a base dice still?
Yeah. So you roll a d6, and we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to each one, so 5 because of your thing. So you
So and I do that 3 times?
11.
What's the Consequence at 11.
I'll tell you if you roll it.
God damn it. Long haul.
What's long haul?
You've seen it and done it all before. Nothing surprises you anymore. Once per act in cinematic play, once per game session in campaign play, you may ignore all panic from a single roll.
Oh! Sucking that dick. Sucking that. Good job.
No, sir. I was saving it, but that's probably the one to use it on.
I hope.
I hope too.
Yeah,
because I don't want to do 11 3 times. Like, all right.
I'll tell you, you don't want to get 13, 14, or 15. Like, those are the really bad ones. Those are the ones that cause permanent mental trauma. 11 wasn't good, but like 13, 14, and 15 are the like, fuck, you really don't want to get that. That's how Sabrina got that depression.
Yeah. That's what I don't need right now.
And
like, I don't need to be like moping in the woods.
Right. And also...
hey, guys. You found me.
Adonis is going to have to roll permanent mental trauma when he wakes up. And there's a lot more things there than depression.
Man. All right. So those are gone. What did I even do with that roll?
You made your bow drill.
I made a bow drill. Fuck yeah. All right. I want to use that to start a fire.
All right. That's going to be another heavy machinery roll.
Is it heavy machinery or is it survival?
I'd say survival.
Yeah.
I mean, it could
it's
be
a mechanical
argued
activity. I'm going to say survival.
It's a survival roll. Alright, so go ahead and roll one panic, but you do successfully start a fire.
Sweet. Damn.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so you do get 11.
Minus.
Alright, so
2, yeah.
Seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible. You are allowed to make a retreat roll if you have an enemy in engaged range. Your stress level decreases by 1, but the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range go up.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. So, you just kind of like run and jump into the water, and you're like under the water for like 5 minutes, and you're like, I don't know what's happening, what am I doing? Victor's like having a day.
He's having a day, dude.
So he gets out of the water, and the fire's still rumbling, it's okay.
Sweet. I'm going to cook that leech and eat that boy.
Alright,
I'm going to take the entrails out, though. Save parasites.
Alright. You successfully eat the leech, and you get rid of your, I guess you weren't starving anyways.
Nah, I'm
but
just
I'll go ahead and give you back full health for eating the leech.
Tight. Tight. So I have 7 health?
You should, 7 health, yeah.
I have 5 plus the 2. I should be at 8.
There you go.
I should be at 8, yeah. Nice. Okay, great. Ah. I feel better. Much better. A disgusting creature.
Yeah, that
It's
leech.
regenerate.
Like, the nutrients in that leech, you were like... Also, all of the blister pops from the squids have already all healed.
Sweet. Perfect.
Like, very quickly. Like, it's been like an hour and like 20 minutes, and your like wounds have healed.
Gross, but awesome. Okay. So the resin burns.
You haven't tested that yet.
Oh, I assumed... Oh, sorry. Yeah, can I just like...
It does burn.
Alright, great. Perfect.
It like sparks like a firecracker. I was thinking about it like seconds before you mentioned it. I was like, I'm gonna make that shit fucking flammable. And then you were like, I'm gonna test to see if it's flammable. I was like, no way!
Because what you can do is if you get it If we get it on the fire, we can turn it into pitch.
You got a torch.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the pitch, now you've got your little sack of burning sap.
I'm going to take a few sticks, like torch length, like yay length, roll them in the resin, get the ends sticky. Like just cake that onto the ends of them. And like without burning it, kind of like melt, harden it right on there. Set those aside.
I just ended 3 bottles tonight.
Oh, beautiful. That's always fun because you're like, now I get to buy new liquor.
Yeah.
Brand new liquor.
So yeah, now you've got your 3 little what?
Torches. Just like little handheld torches. And then I think what I'm gonna try to make are like stakes. Like wooden stakes, like something, like if I can find like a very hard, like sturdy wood.
Roll observation.
Okay.
Alright. So he finds a very hard and sturdy wood, but also fucking panics. He hits the fucking hard sturdy wood so hard with his fucking pickaxe that it hurts his little hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 4, so 10. Freeze. You're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round. So for 10 minutes he just like stands like completely still. Your stress level increases by 1. But you don't have to do it until you roll after this one. You were so happy that it decreased.
Well, what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna keep getting 11 and taking it down 1, and then like getting something else and taking it back up 1, which would be okay, like at least until I'm around other people. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, ah. Like, oh, I got this. Oh.
He's having a fucking crisis. Hey, roll
I'm gonna
again.
say it's from coming out of cryo sleep. He's just kind of like losing it.
So 9. Drop item. You drop your pickaxe, and your stress level increases by 1.
Yeah, all right, so now it's 7.
So after 10 minutes of being frozen and dropping your pickaxe, you like just shake it off.
I'll just pick up my pickaxe.
Pick up your pickaxe, and now you've got your like super hard tree.
All right. So I've made, let's say, hand-made torches times 3.
What was the hard tree for?
And resin. The hard tree I wanna like carve, like whittle into like pointed stakes, and
Okay.
what I'm thinking I can do with them is use those as like the safety lines. Like I can get up to a certain point, pound those in,
Okay.
attach the safety line, and then keep going.
Alright, that's gonna be a heavy machinery roll.
So that I'm not, well, because I don't want to be like, well, you got halfway and now you make another roll.
100%.
Viktor falls to his death off the mountainside. You're like, all right, so heavy machinery.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Alright. He successfully.
Knew it was gonna happen.
He successfully carves his stakes. He's got like 20 of them. But god damn did it stress him out. Okay, let's roll your first panic.
Okay. We get 2.
Seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger. So he runs and dives back into the water.
Okay.
His stress level decreases by 1.
All right.
But we can't do that for these next two because this is all the same fucking roll.
Okay.
So you gotta do one more panic. So same thing. So your stress level is decreased by 1. You swam deeper into the pool now. roll your next panic. 3. Okay, so 3 plus 5 is 8. So tremble. So you're like at the bottom.
8 minus 2, right?
Yeah, but that's 8.
Oh.
So you're at the bottom of that pond, just like trembling. But the quiet solace calms you down enough that you drop 2 stress points. Okay. And then when you climb out of the pond, there's another leech sucking on your stomach.
Oh, man.
And you subtract a hit point.
Okay. So now I'm at 5 stress, 7 health. I'm gonna pull that leech off and just like throw it in the fire.
It just like sizzles and screams.
I'm gonna keep the leech meat.
Yes. Roasted leech meat.
In my homemade satchel. Or my handmade satchel.
There you go. Dude, within like 2 hours, Victor's like, I've conquered this. I've conquered this planet.
I told you, I was watching them videos.
I have conquered this planet. He was like, apparently I have to climb a waterfall. Alright. Like, just immediately.
Alright, do I take the climb?
I mean, it's up to you, bro.
Is there... Alright, so I've got a little satchel. Is there anything like chalk or like sand or something like that's dry-ish?
I'm gonna say no, just because this place is fucking soaking wet. Like, everything, the moisture is just like covering everything. Like, the sweat on your body is basically just like connected to the air. Like, everything is wet.
Okay. Alright, well, then let's try to... Well, hold on. Can I just chill for another 3.5 hours? Or 2.5 hours?
Until nighttime?
Till nighttime? Yeah, actually that's a good point. If it's 4 o'clock now and I try to make that ascent's gonna take probably like several hours. I'll get to the top of a waterfall at night. And I don't have to sleep, but...
You do have, like, immediate fire, though. So
right.
It's not like you would be like, oh, what do I do now that I'm up here? Like...
That's true.
That's kind of like why you just prepared. Because you're not carrying anything else. So your encumbrance is like straight up nothing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say I'm gonna take that resin.
We'll look up the encumbrance.
I thought it was like double your weight, right? You double your strength.
Yes, it is double your strength.
So I can like 12.
Yeah. So you're good. Like, you can carry as much of all of this stuff as you want, basically.
Yeah, so I'm... Okay.
So you could have like 10 pounds of that sap. Like, just
I'm gonna just make all kinds of torches then. I'm gonna say I have 10 of them. I have my leech meat, my satchel.
Like, each torch is probably half a pound, so that's 5 pounds. Right there, the 10 torches. And then I'll say the rope, the vines, that's 2 pounds. So you're at 7 pounds between the torches and the rope. And let's say you took like 3 or 4 pounds of sap.
Okay.
So that puts you at 10. So you're still beneath your strength. So you're not encumbered.
I can get more sap if there are more of those trees up there,
yeah.
So that's fine. I want to try to make some canteens out of, like, if there's like a bamboo type of situation, like I want to core something out to create like a vessel but with like a plug in the top.
Okay, so roll observation. So you successfully find bamboo and you have 1 panic roll.
Alright.
So that's going to be a 9. You drop the sack pound that's in your hand, and it splatters sticky all over your feet.
Oh, gross.
So now your feet are like super sticky, and you're like walking around in the jungle like getting like dirt and mud and like fallen like leaves and stuff just like stuck all over your fucking feet and legs. But you have other pounds, so at least you have more sap. But yeah, now you're all fucking messy.
I mean, it's probably not bad though, because that's gonna protect my feet from stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad point actually. I didn't even consider that. It is like fucking molasses.
I wonder if having that on my hands would help me climb. Probably not.
I mean...
Well, because I'm trying to think, like, I think what would end up happening is, like, let's say you're climbing a rock wall, you have, like, honey on your hands. I would expect that at some point it would gather enough stuff that it wouldn't be sticky anymore.
100%.
But at that point, it would probably be slick because it would just be dirt on dirt, right?
Or gravel on rock.
Right. Which...
I mean, like...
I don't think
that's like chalk, kind of.
Kind of. Yeah. I could do just enough to collect, like, enough of it, but not cake it on my hands.
You could put the... I'm helping you too much here, but... You could put the sap on your hands and then just, like... Stick your hands into the mud, and then let the mud dry, and then you've got like sort of like a cakey.
Oh well, I could do it without the sap that way. If I just got the mud on my hands and then let the mud dry by the fire. Okay. I'm gonna make my own chalk, like dry out some mud. Do I have to heavy machinery then?
100%. No, you don't have to fucking have your machinery drying mud.
Yes. Yes, you do, buddy. Dry the crap out of that mud. Alright, so I have some chalk now. Can I make a knife real quick the same way I made the axe?
Yeah, roll heavy machinery.
Okay. Boom.
Alright, you very successfully craft yourself a little knife. And that's going to be a 0 bonus 1 damage. Okay. Engaged close. Alright, so that's going to be 8. So you start to tremble for 10 minutes.
Cool.
Alright, so, and while you're trembling, you suffer a -2 modification until it stops. So another tremble. So ultimately you end up trembling for 20 minutes. So, like, you make your knife, and then you just sit there and think about the fact that you have to fucking climb this waterfall, and you're just, like, trembling.
Just sitting there, like, psyching myself. I'm like, okay, we can do this.
Yep.
We can do that. I'm totally fucking naked. We can climb a mountain.
Is he naked, or is he in his underwear?
No, I tore them off, remember?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Because they were, like, shredded.
Yeah.
And I was like... So I'm just standing in the woods naked.
Yeah, but you're also, like, rainbowed up right now.
Yes. Alright, so I'm going to make, like, a... Like, I've got the torches and all that stuff, like, on the satchel, like a bandolier.
That's tight.
Got my bandolier of torches and stakes, and I got my rope slung around me, and I've got my pickaxe, and I've got my knife. I'm just going to say the knife is kind of, like, slung around my neck, maybe. Like on a necklace almost.
You can do that.
And then the pickaxe is like attached to the wrist. So I can have my wrists, like my hands free, but still holding the pickaxe.
Okay.
And try to make this a scent.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright.
I'm going to reach into my satchel and chalk up my hands. And then we're going to go.
Alright. So go ahead and roll a strength. All right.
Is that right? That's not right. Where's the stress dice?
Yeah, that's.
Do I gotta roll them separate?
All right. So 4 successes. So Viktor fucking just like pops his ass. Just like he just like fucking. Hold on, I'm gonna do it on the screen. He like starts over here, and then just like. And like just like onto that shit.
Beautiful.
And starts to climb. A quarter of the way up, the rock you're gripping crumbles and cracks like shale, splintering into your fingers and falls away. Roll strength.
Do I need to say that I'm, like, attaching the rope at certain places?
You definitely do.
Okay. So this just kind of, like, happened.
Yeah.
How far up am I now?
A quarter of the way.
A quarter of the way? Alright, well, I didn't know you were going to say something, so can I say that I had staked it, or what?
Yeah, you've been staking your way up.
Alright.
So even though you're a quarter of the way, if you
Just
fall,
saying.
you're falling like 10 feet.
That's fine. I can take 10 feet.
With the sheer power of anger, Viktor grips tighter into the rock. He's not going anywhere but up. Halfway up the mountain, you hear movement through branches above you as something crashes through them. Roll mobility.
Oh, God.
Viktor very successfully swings. At the last possible second, you step into safety as a manhole-sized shard of pale onyx shale spins wildly past you. At that rate of speed, it could have likely chopped you in half.
Damn. Okay. Let's keep going.
Having reached the apex of the climb, Viktor pulls himself up over the edge onto flat ground. Though he's victorious, the trials have only just begun. In the time it took to reach the summit, a once piercing azure sky loomed above him. The color blanketing him now is closer to a pale orange. The dangers of nightfall lurk, inevitable. What do you do?
Okay. So I've just pulled myself up over the rock wall. Okay, so this looks relatively flat. Can I make that assumption?
Yeah. There's like trees, but it's flat ground.
Okay. How far away is that cliff wall?
Like 80 feet. Through a thick ass jungle. It's not like there's just no trees in your way.
Sure. Alright, well, do we make shelter or do we follow the river up a little bit?
It's almost night.
Yeah.
But it is entirely your choice. I have contingencies for both.
I'm sure you do.
Because it's a jungle, it's going to halve your speed. So, while that would take you probably 10 minutes to cross normally, you're looking at like a half an hour probably. 20 minutes to a half an hour.
Okay. Well.
So by the time you got there, it would be like night would be hitting.
Alright, well. Basically, my question is, what I'm trying to decide is, do I stop now and because it's still light out, gather whatever I can to make a makeshift shelter and fire? Or do I trek back far enough to put my back against the cliff wall and then build something there?
And to the left of you is the river. Behind you is the waterfall.
Alright. So I guess if I'm at the river, the worst that could happen is I would just need to dive back into the river.
Just go right back over the waterfall.
Jim!
I mean, at least you got all those tools.
I'm just thinking, because I don't want to be stuck in the middle of the woods and have shit coming at me. But I'm sure things stalk the edge of the river.
I'm sure.
Let's go in and find whatever is close to a clearing.
Okay.
I'm going to start using the X to clear something around if I can. Is there any dead wood? If I can find something.
Oh, dude, there's fucking dead wood all across the fucking.
Alright, so stuff that is dead and relatively dry on the inside.
You're gonna have to roll an observation for that one.
Alright. Because what I want to find. Oh, and I have that bow drill too, I forgot. So, I want to find. How long has it been?
From when you crashed?
Yeah. Well, how long has it been? 4 hours?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna smoke weed real quick.
Okay. Well, wait.
I'm gonna cradle my weed real quick.
Alright, well, that's 1 stress down.
Okay. Alright, so I'm looking for, like, dried wood of any kind, like dead wood, sticks, stuff like that.
Alright, so you find some dead wood, like a dead fallen tree, and, like, part of it that's inside, is dry.
Great, okay.
It's enough that you can use it for whatever you're gonna use it for.
Yeah.
And you have found a clearing.
Okay, great. And I need to make this panic roll.
Yeah, that's... You keep it together.
Yes.
You solid there.
Alright. So, we're going to use the bow drill and this dry wood to get a fire going.
Okay. That's going to definitely be a survival roll.
Okay. Yes.
You got it. Alright, so you have a fire going.
Sweet. And give that enough wood and stuff to kind of like keep it going. I'm going to get a few, let's say, I'm going to get 2 branches of some kind, use them as stakes. And then I want to lash 2 of the torches to those stakes.
Okay. So you've got like your little lean-to, and then your mat on the ground, and then like a fire, and then like a little shield, and torches all around.
That sort of acts as like cover from the wind, but also like a reflector for the fire.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that total you're looking at like 4 hours for this, because you gotta fucking chop wood, you gotta fucking build it. So, like, roll a survival, roll a heavy machinery to like build the whole fucking thing. Say that you get it going by like 11 p.m.
Nice.
Okay. So you successfully build your fucking beastie little... Look at this thing. It's just like...
Yes.
Chilling over here.
That's amazing.
Now we... come back.
To Bradley.
To a couple hours before. Back to the boy.
Oh my god.
So it is now like 5 p.m. and he's basically been like sitting and pacing for like 4 hours.
Alright.
So he has I'm gonna go ahead and say he's also starving now.
Shit. How do the conditions work?
If you get all 4, you're broken and you can no longer make any kind of turns at all. Someone else has to like decondition you.
Okay.
So he either needs to drink some water, eat some food, or like sleep, or all 3. Otherwise, if he starts to freeze, he's fucking broken. And he's pretty much just lost in the jungle broken. He can't help himself at all.
How long do I have to sleep to get rid of the exhausted condition?
8 hours.
8 hours. Alright, well... doesn't think he can really do much, but like sleep, like...
The aura of the jungle surrounding Radley is heavy, predatorial, and imposing. The dense, suffocating undergrowth produces an overwhelming abundance of oxygen, which hangs heavy in the moist air. Trees as tall as skyscrapers encircle you, only just barely letting through sporadic rays of burnt orange shimmering sunlight through the canopy above, vastly diminishes as the sky nears its end. The jungle, something so alien to you, seems to have an intelligence of its own. Its voice, the sudden screech of a bird, the flicker of something bipedal moving through the branches overhead. You're acutely aware of not being alone. The jungle knows you're there. So far, you've been lucky. But the worry of how much longer that's going to maintain has begun to seep into the depths of your brain. They twist at your fear centers, pulling out new anxiety. +1 stress.
Oh my god. There's some shit out here. I don't like being by myself. Fuck. Need something to protect myself with. I would look for like a stick, like a big stick, something that I could poke with.
Moving through the
or defend with.
Moving through the foliage is difficult as the jungle folds around Radley. In this place, you are alien. Leafy arms fall over the direction you've come and block your motion in almost every direction. Every view is unique but the same all at once, an assault on all senses. The heat and humidity press so hard on your skin that it makes sweating pointless. The sounds of unknown insects, birds, and larger animals create a symphony of nature that attempts to lull you, calling you deeper into the unknown. The noises aren't loud, but overwhelming in their density. The air tastes both sweet and fresh, like flowers blooming on your tongue. Breathing is like inhaling a warm soup made of aromatic blossoms. Everywhere there's water. Water in pools and water caught on leaves as large as you. Dropping down onto a fallen, partly hollow, moss and lichen-covered corpse of a once great tree, Radley takes a deep breath to regain his composure and examines his surroundings. What do you do?
Whew. Okay. Well, the water in those leaves is probably fresh, I would think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'll probably try to drink that. Okay. I'm just kind of holding on to a stick.
You're holding onto a stick?
Yes. I'd like to find like something that looks like sturdy, like that I can like hit things with.
Roll observation.
Alright. Oh wow. He has like a 2 observation.
Oh no. Oh, Radley.
Come on, boy. You did it.
Roll that panic. 10. Freeze. You're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action. Everyone's stress near you raises by 1.
Okay.
So it's the quiet of the jungle that you notice first. Gone is the melodic hum of insects, the flapping of wings. The jungle is trying to warn you. Something draws near. To your left, at maybe 30, 40 yards, you see the brush move. Something heads in your direction. And since you're frozen, you've got maybe like 20 seconds.
I mean, I would just kind of like point the stick in that direction and like get myself ready, right? Be like, I'd shout maybe. I'd be like, who's there? Like, what is it? Like,
Alright. As you yell that out, you're wildly and viciously set upon by 2 bipedal goblin-esque creatures. Short,
oh no.
they stand at only waist high, but their bodies are carved with sinuous, rippling muscle. The attack comes swiftly, and you see that their claws are as sharp as their teeth. Clearly blind, the 2 goblins have no eyes, and instead protrude a ganglia stimulus from the sides of their head that shake and expand when looking at prey, which is currently on you. Roll initiative. Okay. So, the first goblin leaps towards Radley and slashes out with its claws.
Can I block?
You can. You have your little fucking things. So...
How's that work again?
You just say that you do it before I... Alright, so you block 1 of its attacks.
Alright.
It claws twice. So it does 3 damage.
Some broken.
Alright, so Radley drops to the ground, and as the second goblin like charges towards him, its fucking mouth just like extending like a giant fucking great white shark to like take a chunk out of its fucking head. The sudden jarring sound of an explosion deep in the jungle surprises the vicious pair, who drop onto all fours and run screeching out of view. It takes a few minutes, but the cacophony of the jungle resumes around you. Radley may be hurt, but he's alive. The goblins are gone, for now. +1 stress. What do you do?
Do I heal myself? Or do I just lay there?
You can try to heal yourself. Doesn't he have fucking talents that help with that?
He has field surge, and it says, Yeah, you're right. It says, the delicate art of stopping a wound from bleeding or treating grave injuries.
There you go.
You get a +2 modification to medical aid when treating someone who is about to die from a critical injury.
He's literally dying.
So, alright.
So he just got, like, slashed across his chest, so he's got, like, a badass, like, claw thing across his chest now. Okay, so, wow. You take 1, 2, 3, 4 hit points.
That's my full hit points.
Alright. So how does he heal himself? What does he do?
He knows that he's gotta, like, probably stop bleeding, put something into the wound. Maybe, like, tries to, I don't know, make a tourniquet out of a leaf or something.
You gotta figure it out. Nervous twitch. Your stress level raises by 1.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, I don't know, like, I can't close a wound without, like, making, like, a needle and thread type of situation, right?
Right. But you could, like, pack it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all that I have is, like, I can kind of, like, pack it with, I don't know, some type of, maybe I make, like, a salve out of, like, some type of plant.
Like an aloe type of thing?
Yeah.
Roll observation. Well, I mean, you obviously succeeded.
Sure.
So you found, like, an aloe plant.
Okay.
And just, like, fucking gooped your chest up.
Alright, sweet.
Alright. Well, this is clearly a very strong healing aloe if you're at full health.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be like, wow, that shit. Like, this is amazing stuff. Wow. I should take some of this with me. Like, I don't have anything to put it in. I'm really tired. So can I... Alright, what else is going on? It's just in the woods? Like, there was an explosion?
Yeah, you heard an explosion off in the woods somewhere.
Okay. Alright, well, I think I might try to duck into that tree at this point, like, to just hide for a little bit. I'm gonna keep some of that aloe with me.
Can you see the new page?
Oh, there you go, good. Okay, that's a lot better, actually. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna camp out in that dead tree overnight. I'm going to get some, like, leaves and stuff, though, to kind of, like, cover me around the outside with my stick. And maybe I grab a rock to keep in there, too.
Poor Radley, man.
Yeah, I think he's had enough for today. He's gonna camp out in that tree. He's gonna cover himself up, and he's gonna, just go to sleep, I guess.
Okay. Alright.
It's like, fuck. I'm, like, done with this shit.
Victor knows that in such a harsh environment as this, he is inconsequential. It cannot help but feel a belonging. In this place, the word green is useless. Without the vocabulary to distinguish between the hues, you might as well just point and grunt. Were your cities like this, there would be dozens of words just to describe the palest of greens. That said, the creatures you have seen here fall into 2 categories. Either they are expertly camouflaged, so much so that you'll never know that they are there, at least they make a meal of you, or else they are vibrant reds, blues, yellows, and greens. The feathered serpent, which you haven't seen since its battle with the squid, falls into the 2nd category, the gigantic leeches the 1st. Having reached the top of the waterfall and made your shelter, you are just chilling, like doing your thing. A sense of loss has begun. So we just did like a quick, brief cut back to Radley. He's just like chilling. Cut back to Radley.
Just me with my dick out, like, just in the woods, like.
You little torches.
Actually, hold on. Well, let's not leave yet. I'll just say that I improved the fort by, like, adding sidewalls to it.
Okay.
Alright.
So now you've added sidewalls. So we cut to Viktor, and he's like even more secure.
Yeah, I'll do.
Cut back to Radley, and he's like.
I'm gonna add sidewalls, and I think I probably need to fashion some type of like bow and arrow situation.
Okay.
So I can try to craft that.
All right. You succeeded at making your walls here. Viktor is like, yo, I live here now. Like, this is just my shit. So, Viktor, once he got to his, like, little campfire and his little fucking thing, he just immediately started, like, pimping his ride.
Alright, and then I also want to fashion, like, a bow and arrow. I need, like, a ranged weapon.
Okay, so let's roll heavy machinery. Oh no.
I'm gonna push
shit.
that.
So you got really close on your first try, but then the U snapped.
Nice.
Success. And we roll that panic. Ooh, you keep it together.
Yes.
So Viktor now has a bow.
Awesome.
And I guess he can start trying to make arrows.
Yeah. What's the stats on the bow?
Well, it would be the arrows, really. So I would say that the arrow is like a 2 damage.
Okay.
With a 1 bonus because it sticks into them.
Cool. I dig it.
And that's going to be, I would say, a long... Well...
Medium.
Medium because you're in the jungle.
Medium. That would be
medium.
ranged, yeah.
Medium range.
Sweet. I'll take that.
And now you need to like start crafting
Now I
arrows.
need to craft arrows.
He's got an axe, a knife, and a bow and arrow.
Crafted the crap out of some arrows.
He spends like 3 more hours just making like 30 arrows. Because I'll say 1 was a success, and then all 3 of the others are 10 arrows each. So now you gotta roll another panic. Tremble. Alright, so you finish making your arrows, and then you just tremble for 10 minutes. Like, clutching at your, like, sack of wooden rods.
Alright, so if it's been 4 hours, it was supposed to get, or it would have clutched my weed good.
Alright.
Drop that point off.
Alright.
Okay. That we're probably good. I'll just say, too, to set up that I've got additional sap being collected, additional water being collected while this is happening.
Okay.
Now we can come back.
Okay. A sense of loss has begun to set into Radley's mind as the dark sky has risen. Shadows and inky black have overtaken the once lush greens. Moon and starlight only barely crest through the thinnest of pale beams. And he's just like chilling inside the dead tree. And like all of a sudden, like from his feet, he feels this just like stirring. Like something's moving down there.
In the tree?
Inside the tree.
Oh, gross. Alright, so I'm gonna be freaked out by that. Like, oh my god!
+1 stress.
And I'm gonna jump out of the tree.
Alright, as you jump out of the tree and break a bunch of the dead tree around you, hundreds of quarter-sized termites just like start spilling out around your legs. Like,
oh god.
nipping at your legs. -1 hit point. You've got like a bunch of little nicks out of your legs that you didn't feel because their little teeth are like paralytic. The only reason why you felt it was because there were so many crawling across of you.
Oh wow. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of back up from all of that. Do they follow me or do
no? They just like spill lumpy out all over the ground, like just like start to like spread out across the floor, the jungle floor.
Okay. I'm gonna back up a ways from that. But like, you can eat termites.
You can eat termites. These are big termites.
Can I like stab a few of them with my stick?
Yeah. Roll attack.
Okay. Roll
your close combat.
Are they all going to attack me if I attack one of them?
I don't know.
I'm gonna rethink this move. Alright, my weapon is a blunt stick. I'm gonna say it's a 0 bonus. One damage.
Absolutely.
Engaged.
Absolutely.
Close.
You knew. I didn't even have to tell you.
Should do like half damage.
I know. I feel like in that time he was like pacing back and forth. He like just grabbed his stick and just was like sharpening one end like.
Whew, okay. We can't sleep there. That's not great. We have bed bugs. Shit, what do we do now? What happens if I like disturb one of them? Like,
you have to find out.
Oh, they're termites. They're gonna eat the stick. Yeah, I'm gonna let them do their thing.
Okay. So you're gonna head off?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get going.
Okay. So as you're walking down this way here, as you maintain on that course, you're soon aware of a buzzing that grows louder with every step, seeming to come from every direction around you. In the dark, it's hard to tell what the sound is until a baseball-sized mosquito lands on your chest.
Oh my god!
Roll mobility. Radley swats the thing off before it can stab its proboscis through his skin. The bug is heavy, and Radley is surprised when his hand throbs afterwards. +1 stress.
What?
After swatting the bug off, the buzzing around you immediately turns aggressive, and you begin to get hit from all sizes, by huge bugs that collide into you from different directions. What do you do?
Oh god, I just start like flailing the stick and like beating them off of me as I take off running.
Okay. So you're running
just
through the jungle,
trying
swinging your stick
to
around.
run, like...
Running through the lush darkness, you're hit constantly by large leaves, pummeled by branches and thrown off balance by upended roots until the ground gives way beneath you, and Radley tumbles down an embankment and collides into a smooth, rocky surface. +1 exhaustion, -1 hit point. Roll observation.
Oh my god. Hold on, can I take a moment to clutch my medical license and remove a stress?
Nope, you are in active danger. Damn, he's at 9 stress.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He's at 8.
He's at 8. Okay.
I would be at 9 if I push.
Roll your first stress. Or roll your first panic. 3, so 11. Seek cover. Wow, you just lucked the fuck out. As you hop up, as Radley hops up, he realizes that the stone that he's smashed against is smooth, man-made. He's also immediately aware that there's been an attempt made to conceal what you can tell is some kind of bunker. The door is cracked only slightly open. There's a digital lock on it, but at some point it was damaged. The ladder leads down into the ground, into more darkness. From above, the sound of the swarm approaches once again. Panicking, Radley grabs onto the ladder and climbs down into the darkness, cutting back to Viktor.
Man.
A twilight veil hangs above you now, a glittering ocean of stars. Somewhere out there is the crew of the Wolverine. Somewhere out there is Nux. Somewhere out there is Apocalypse. When, and more importantly, if you will ever see any of them, is a question that is greatly one to be seen. As it stands, however...
I'm cradling my weed while this happens.
Okay. As it stands, however, Viktor stands triumphant over his shelter. Built over the course of 3 hours, Viktor is a man capable of prioritizing and getting the job done. It's not ideal, But for temporary purposes, it should more than stand fit for a night of protection against the greater threats lurking in the dark. At this point, I'm going to say this before you respond, Viktor is able to heal all hit points, stress, and conditions.
Okay, sweet. Alright, so I'm going to take this resin that I've gathered, and I'm going to put that in a nice little channel around the shelter.
Okay.
Like, kind of...
On it?
No, not on it, but like in a channel on the ground, kind of like out and around.
Oh, you're going to light it? Okay.
Around it.
Like I would suggest digging a little trench.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
gotcha.
what I'm talking about.
Same
Like a
idea.
trench and just like putting enough of it down, you know, like it's not obviously like
Alright, same
filled.
page.
And this will be our like emergency.
Alright.
Like I'll just throw a torch into it to...
Oh, you're not gonna like light it, you're gonna just like let it. Okay.
No, I'm saying like in the event that some shit creeps up on me,
Okay.
I can just throw a torch into it and have that ring just like go up in flames like in a second.
Hey boy. Okay. So roll heavy machinery
Sweet.
to successfully get that done. Let's see, that takes like an hour. That seems time consuming. You succeed! So you got your little jelly ring. Roll observation. Jungle is loud at night, but not so distracting that Viktor is unable to catch a handful of baby tachinid scorpions that have climbed up from underneath the ground beneath the shelter and squeezed in through his shelter. They've come for a feast.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna burn them shits with my torch.
Roll initiative. Oh no, they're not teeny tiny.
Wait, what?
They're babies, but they're tachinids. Tachinids grow up to be 12 feet.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these, you know those big trash can crabs?
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Word. Okay. Fuck them.
Initiative.
I guess I'm arming myself with like the axe and the torch.
So remember at the Temple of Life when
Yeah.
those big ass scorpions got dropped out? You guys just devastated them?
Yep.
That's these things.
Word.
Alright, so the 3 scorpions, one of them ties you to you and the other 2 go first.
Alright.
Alright. So, one of the scorpions bypasses you entirely and runs over to your sack of jelly and just like starts fucking eating the sap. Like just chewing the sap up like it's fucking nothing. And the other one, roll a d6. This one, the creature tries to seize you with its little claw, which is like the size of a fucking hand. Tries to grab you so it can strike you with its tail. Roll for the attack with 8 base dice, damage 1. Alright.
Can I dodge it?
No, it's already got you.
Oh.
Base dice. 8. Alright, so it does 3 damage to you with its claw. If the attack hits, you are grappled and must make an opposed roll for close combat against 8 base dice to break loose. So you roll your close combat and I roll base dice.
Alright, hold on. So I take 3 damage.
Yes. And now you roll your close combat against this base dice roll that I'm making.
Okay.
Which I got 0, so if you get anything, you can break it. Okay, so you successfully break it.
Can I counterattack?
Hold on there. So you've broken it. You took 3 damage, which you've broken the grip of it.
Sweet.
So now, this third one, you guys have a roll-off. So one of them hasn't attacked you, one of them has gripped you, and another one's eating the sap.
Okay, so with my fast action, I'm gonna toss the torch at the sap that the one is eating.
Okay.
Burst that shit into flames. And then with my slow action, I'm gonna bury the axe into the one that's grabbing me.
Okay. So the fire hits the ring and immediately lights the area up around you. and fire does light up onto the scorpion, but it doesn't seem to damage it in any way.
Really?
Yeah, they're immune to fire.
They're immune to fire?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yep. So now roll your close combat to swack this fucker with an axe. Alright, so you do 2 damage. So you chop off one of its fucking arms.
Sweet.
And now it is the one who was eating the jelly comes over to fight you now because it's all pissed off. And the one that is missing its arm has like turned away and like ran to like hide under your shelter. And then the third one that was at that point paying you no mind has now also joined to fucking fight you.
Wait, it wasn't paying attention to me at all?
It was just kind of like examining. It was like, what the fuck is like, it's a bug. So it came out and it smelled all that fucking sap and then popped up and there's like a fire there and a bunch of fires. And this is all happening very quickly. So, fucking.
So, hold on. Okay, so it seems like they're not quite interested in me.
One of them was trying to like basically be like, get the fuck out of here. And the other two was like, one of them's eating and the other one was just kind of like,
Okay, well,
maybe I'll get involved here. In a minute.
can I back up and let them have...
Well, one of them's coming at you now. Well, they both are coming at you now.
Yeah, but if I back away far enough, like, do they still chase me, or... Yeah. Okay. How far away are they?
Like 4 feet. I mean, your boat's
I-
still inside your shelter.
Oh, we're inside the shelter?
Yeah, I mean inside the ring of the shelter.
Oh, okay, yeah. Can I, like, jump on top of the shelter? Like, onto the...
Yeah.
Can I, like, climb the tree, like, a little
100%.
bit? Like, I'll just climb the tree and just kind of, like, stand there. Do they follow me?
Yes.
They can climb up the tree, too?
Yep.
Alright. We'll jump back down. And,
I think that's your whole turn, really.
that would be my whole turn.
Alright,
Okay.
so go ahead and roll a d6. 1. Alright. Yeah. That means that one of them retreats. The one that was kind of like whatever was like shit. So that one runs away. Alright, now roll another d6. 6. Immobilize. The scorpion wants to escape, but to do so it needs to take its attackers out of the fight. It lunges for your legs with its huge claw, making attack with 8 base dice damage 2. Base dice. Yeah. So you take 2 damage. If it does any damage, the victim immediately suffers critical injury 35.
So what am I rolling?
2d6. So he fucking breaks Victor's knee. Victor's like, I feel...
I gotta roll it. Hold on. I gotta roll strength, so I need to do base dice 6.
Yeah, no, 2d6. You gotta roll 2d6. That's for how many days you can't run, can only crawl.
2d6.
Yeah. So for 8 days, Viktor cannot run.
Holy shit.
Or walk. Alright. So now it's Victor's turn. You are on the ground.
I can't intimidate the bugs, can I?
No.
Can I cut into the tree to get more sap for them?
No.
Can I lure them with the sap?
You would have to crawl over to the sap, which is on the other side of the scorpion. One scorpion is hiding, one has retreated, and this one just busted your knee up. So you'd have to crawl past him.
Alright, so I have a busted kneecap.
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna fight this thing. I don't know what else to do. Like, how far away is it?
Like 2 feet. It's like still gripping your fucking knee. Like.
Okay, can I just, like, chop the arm off.
Go for it.
Man, immune to fire, some bullshit.
I know, right? You successfully chop its fucking arm off.
Sweet.
And it runs, like, screaming away into the night.
Okay.
So now you have a hand-sized scorpion claw just, like attached to your knee.
I'm going to take that off of my knee.
Which you succeeded doing.
Alright. Guess I'm going to retreat into the shelter. Is there anything else? Like, I'm going to check the shelter now. Like, can I make, like, out of the sticks and, like, lashing that I have, I guess make a tourniquet, probably.
100%.
Yeah. Is that a medical aid roll, probably?
Definitely.
Okay.
Success, and it doesn't really matter if you roll
Yeah.
panic with just the one. After the scorpions are all dispatched, Viktor has an entirely uneventful night. So, like, you built this... So you survived... Alright, let's run through this. You survived falling out of space and being attacked by a big-ass serpent during a squid pop, and then going over a waterfall, and then, like, spent a whole bunch of hours just kitting up, and then climbed a mountain, and then built a badass little thing, and then got your knee popped by some scorpions.
Because they're immune to fire.
Yeah.
Like,
so, you're just laying in your shelter, like...
I feel very much like Bob with the rakes.
Yeah.
Sideshow Bob.
Yep.
Motherfucking fireproof scorpions.
Alright.
Bastards!
8 days later.
8 days.
8 days later, Radley entered the bunker 8 nights ago. He found that it had at some point been marginally burnt out. A charred mattress was remained inside, as did a functioning flashlight, medkit, and scalpel. After a full 8 nights of sleep, Radley has recovered entirely. All stress, all health, conditions gone.
Okay.
What do you do?
Alright, so I'm in this bunker. I've been in there
Although
for
you are starving.
Okay, yeah, I figured I hadn't eaten anything.
And you're dehydrated.
Oh, God. Okay, so we really need to eat and drink something after 8 days in this bunker doing nothing. We really gotta figure this out. I don't think I can do another 8 days. Clearly nobody knows we're here. It's time to take matters into our own hands.
Oh, man. Alright, so...
Are there any lights?
No.
God.
No.
Is there a map for the bunker?
Like a bed?
No, a map.
No.
Map.
No. He's found everything that's in the bunker. Which is a med kit, a flashlight, and a knife. I mean, it's up to you. Like, what has Riley done in the last 8 days?
Radley's going now. He has turned his bunker into his lair. And he's been popping out to gather water and termites. Much like a rodent.
Much like a gerbil.
Little Radley. And now he's very frustrated after 8 days of eating termites and drinking pond water, basically. Like leaf pond water. He's like, God damn it. He's like starting to like crack a little bit. Because he doesn't know how to make a fire. Like, he's cold, right? Like, he has this, like, ratty...
He's eating raw termites! He's eating live dead, like... It's just sushi. It's just like sushi.
First day, it was nothing but vomiting. Day 2 was half vomiting. By day 3, you can keep him down. And so he's very frustrated. And so, all he has is the knife. His bio. I don't know if you read this, because I literally just put it up, but... Male, white, 38 years old, 5'11", 175 pounds. Lanky, thin build, works out, keeps in shape but not muscular or well-defined. Brown eyes, brown receding hair. There's black slacks, brown shoes, a lab coat with collared shirt, and a bow tie. Works as the chief medical officer at Our Lady Newcleton of the Divine Animal Hospital and Medical Centers. He is an excellent doctor and surgeon, although has been in trouble with medical licensure boards for cutting some corners. He is not legally licensed to operate on human beings after some incidents. Radley likes weird late-night internet videos, often staying up for hours.
Oh my god.
Watching strange happenings in the woods, underwater diving accidents, Southeast Asian people building pools in the jungle with their hands.
Yeah, I love that shit.
And recaps or commentary about his favorite movies, games, and other media. He is not particularly outdoorsy, preferring to keep indoor activities mostly. When he is learning something, he learns very quickly, throwing himself into new subjects and experiences. Radley is somewhat outgoing and very personable, doing well in crowds and when meeting new people. He can fake confidence well when he needs to and when placed in positions of authority. He can see it and hone it in others, but often considers himself an imposter and one step away from being discovered as a failure.
Oh.
He hopes to one day regain his medical license and open his own practice or head a leading medical organization.
Does he try to make a fire inside the bunker? I said that it clearly looked like it had been burnt out at some point.
No. Something. How do I go down into the bunker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What Radley does is he makes the fire outside and then gets rocks, puts them by the fire, makes those warm, and then carries those down into the bunker for like warmth.
Okay. It's like 97 degrees.
I assumed it was cold in the bunker.
No, I mean, probably like 90 degrees down there. It's like, I would say like...
Alright,
like
fuck the rock shit.
Kind of like a sweltering box. He's just been roasting it for 8 days.
No, he's turned it into a sauna.
Yes. Okay.
So some of the water that he's collected in these hot rocks, he's just turned this into his own little like pampered sauna.
He's got like a
Like
little
down
oasis
in the jungle. In this bunker.
So he's like relaxed.
Eating termites. Cooked termites. Instead of the raw.
It's like a couple days of raw though. It was a while before he like... Did you even roll to see if he could succeed at making a fire? Alright, he succeeded. Using the knife that he found, he like sparked it off with some different rocks and like ended up fucking getting... He dried some wood out down inside the bunker, brought it back out into the jungle, sparked the knife with a rock, started a fire, and then started like cooking termites, which pop like little popcorn chicken nuggets. Like they just like their little juices are just like sizzle, and then he just like crunches them up. Like he's actually gotten like after like 8 days of like eating these like little roasted termites. Like he's like, this is kind of my shit. Like I love these things.
Not bad. Once they're cooked, lots of protein.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like all meat.
Alright.
He eats the teeth.
So let's say he's not dehydrated and starving. Right?
No,
Okay.
he's not. So he's been down there for 8 days, kind of like on a vacation. He's cleaned off all the fucking quicksand.
Yep.
At this point. Now what does he do?
I mean, he's kind of hesitant to leave this situation. I wonder if...
It's been 8 days.
It's been 8 days
Since that explosion.
since the explosion.
No, otherwise, no human contact. There's been like some kind of like... He's only caught like little bits of glimpses of it, but like it definitely looks like some kind of big cat that is like moving amongst the trees. But every time he's like heard or seen or anything, like he pops back down to that thing real quick. But it's been 8 days. So I mean, either this is it for him now and Radley just like lives, he's bunker jungle, like jungle bunker man, or the trek must begin. I mean, that's what he thinks in his mind though. Like that's what he associates it as.
So it's not necessarily that.
He had a bearing 8 days ago when the fucking streaks had come out of the sky. But that was 8 days ago.
Yeah.
So like...
It's kind of like... I assume the wreckage of the ship is not visible either.
Not at all.
I wonder... I mean, I would be... If I have shelter and food and water and fire, I think I would be pretty hesitant to leave. And if I can get into that bunker, can I like... What's the door situation? Like...
It's like a circular metal door that like you close from the inside and like crank to lock.
Okay, so I'm pretty safe in there.
Yeah, it's a fucking concrete cube.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna chill there, but what I am gonna do is try to build like a fire big enough to like make like visible smoke, maybe.
Okay.
And try to like use that as a signal, because that's like all I can think of to... He's gonna try to like... Because he doesn't even know if they're alive, right?
Right.
Like he can try to get to them, but also recognizes how like he was almost killed by mosquitoes, right?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to fuck.
He was almost killed by goblins.
And that.
Yeah. 8 days ago.
8 days ago. But he hasn't been trying to like signal anybody for 8 days. So like nobody's on their way to him. So like maybe they didn't see his shit.
Well, Viktor hasn't been able to go anywhere for 8 days.
Right. But he doesn't know that.
Right. So he's out like gathering wood to like make a signal fire then?
Well, like if I can make a fire, right? Like I assume that I have like a small fire to like cook on, right?
Yeah. He's been like making little popcorn kernel like fucking termites.
But like to make a signaling fire, I would assume it would be bigger.
Yeah. Like the fucking smoke from like a cooking fire is not gonna even breach the canopy.
Can I sharpen that stick into a spear?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Can I make like an outfit? Like, can I cover myself in like leaves and stuff, like camouflage myself?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Like a ghillie suit for himself, like a jungle ghillie suit.
Yep.
Yeah, so he definitely made that over the course of 8 days.
Okay.
So that's like armor 0, but like stealth modification +1.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to gather some material to make a fire. To use to signal to people. Because I don't think that I should leave till I prepare other stuff, I guess.
Alright. As Radley wanders around picking up fucking like the driest possible logs that he can find in such a wet place, he passes through a line of trees. And before him... So... This river isn't... I couldn't find anything that matches what the description is. But, so the river, it says... Before him, as far as he can see to the left and right, is a great crevasse. The river far below passes through the jungle wide and opaque. The water is green, darker in the shadows and paler in the light, but still green. Against the noise of the birds that are welcoming the new day, the gentle murmur of the water can only just be heard, a backdrop to the musical notes coming from above. For all its serenity, there is more danger in its swirling depths than the trees behind. Between what appears to be some kind of crocodile and an overly large group of leaping piranhas, it's clear that falling would mean certain doom. The idea of turning back... Alright, yeah, don't ignore this part. But, so across the gap of the crevasse spans roughly 20 feet to the other side. And as you look across to the other side, you see that maybe like a mile off, there's like a little smoke stream coming up out of the...
Oh, shit, okay. So if I can get across this, potentially there's somebody across it. There's a fire, somebody started a fire.
Yeah, like 50 feet down, and there's like piranhas and crocodiles. Just like snapping.
Is there anything, do I observe anything, like vines or anything that I could like swing across potentially?
Roll observation? No. It is too far apart, and you couldn't just like Spider-Man web zip your way across. There's nothing like overhanging that you would be able to like swing from.
Okay. The trees are really big. Are there trees that overhang, that like span across it?
I literally just said that there was not.
But I can't climb.
No.
Okay. Well, it's different than saying that there's something hanging that I can swing from and saying that there are things that are bridging the gap that like...
I mean, there are like going over, but like it's too wide. You wouldn't be able to make the leap.
Is there anything that I can make a bridge out of?
Maybe. I don't know. Look around.
Like logs that I could... I don't know how I would get them across. You said it's 20 feet?
Yeah. So you would need like incredible strength rolls.
How far is the crevasse?
20 feet.
No, how far down?
50 feet.
Oh god, okay. Well, I can't cross it. Like, there's no... I couldn't build anything. Like, but I can see the fire. Can I stick to the plan and build that fire?
Yeah, you want to go back?
I mean, I can't think of a way to get across it. Like, I'm not jumping into it 50 feet, right? Like, I'm not jumping 50 feet into crocodile-infested water and then climbing the 50 feet back up.
Okay. So, as you...
Right.
So you walk back over to your thing, and like as you get to like here, you see sniffing around the outside of the thing is definitely not a fucking cat.
Oh shit. I freeze and make no sound at all.
It's just like sniffing with its like fucking blind head, like
Right.
licking the outside rim of the fucking thing, like walking around it.
Sweet. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up slowly.
Roll
quietly.
mobility against its observation. You succeeded.
Okay. I'm gonna go back up the trail. Away from that boy. Now we gotta figure out what to do here. Can I climb my way down?
Yeah.
Because I can't think of... Like, I don't see any trees that have fallen across the gap, like upriver or anything.
Roll observation. You do not. You can try to push that.
I'm going to push that up at least once. Sweet.
You succeed, but you keep your shit together. So, like, down here, you see that there are, like, roots that stick out across and have, like, intermingled amongst each other. So you could attempt to cross over that.
Okay. Let's quietly make our way over there and make that attempt.
Alright. So he successfully gets over to this. And now he's going to need to roll a mobility to see if he can climb across without falling 50 feet down into the water, where there are crocodiles and piranhas, who are, might I remind you, snapping. He succeeds! Alright. So Radley, like, crosses, like, across these fucking vines and makes it to the other side. And as that happens, he sees these two shark wolves across the opposite side of the bank. And they see him, but they don't know how to get across to him. So they're just, like, fucking, like, making just wild, screaming, furious, like, howling rage, like, snapping their teeth and their mouths are coming out and, like, just moving back and forth. And, like, you see one of them spin around and, like, do, like, the velociraptor nip at its buddy. And then, like, they kind of just, like, turn around and, like, just walk back into the jungle.
Sweet. Well, I avoided that. For now.
Safe on the other side, Radley takes a few moments to collect himself. After clearing his throat and failing to wipe the sweat from his forehead, he stands, brushing himself off, continuing his journey into a new, lush expanse of this ever-expanding, dangerous landscape. Cutting back to Viktor. So Radley has so far avoided goblins and shark wolves, which were probably those same goblins that have evolved. And we kind of hope that their time is a charm. Because if not, he's a dead man. Your kneecap is healed after fucking 8 days of just, like, sitting in that fucking...
I would say I have no stress and I'm full health at this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have no strength, you're full health. You just, like, laid in your fucking thing for 8 days, like, eating fucking scorpion arm and fucking leech meat.
Gathering tree sap.
Gathering tree sap and water. Since dawn, Viktor has remained motionless. Since dawn, Viktor has remained motionless. Covered in mud, he's been watching a series of berry bushes near a river. As the sun rose and morning progressed, multiple species of lizard, bird, rodent, and mammal ate from the red flowered berries in the middle of the row, while completely ignored the blackberries in the bushes on the ends. It's been at least half an hour since he last saw any local species. What do you do?
Half an hour since I saw any species?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, so I saw a bunch of stuff eating a bunch of stuff
You've been
earlier?
like watching the wildlife. He's been like watching what they're doing, and he noticed that multiple different animals, like lizards, insects, and mammals, all ate from these red berries, but there's these blackberries that they all completely ignored.
Okay, well, I'm not eating the fucking blackberries. Unless, like, the red berries are, like, special to this planet and kill people.
No.
I still have that leech meat.
No, it's all gone after 8 days.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, can I, like, taste one of the berries?
The red ones?
Yeah, the red ones.
Tastes delicious.
Okay.
You want to taste one of the black ones?
No.
Your nuts fall off.
Your body dissolves from the inside. Your nuts fall off. No! Like, do you envision it like, you know how like a tree limb falls off? Where like it dries out, shrivels out, and then just detaches, like, but that process happens like what, within a minute?
Yeah.
Your balls just shrivel up, like, detach.
You just petrifies.
Like acorns dropping off the tree. Yeah, I'm gonna try the berry, and then I'm gonna, like, gather more, but not eat more. I'm just gonna let that one sit for a little bit. And then you said all the animals are gone?
For like a half hour, you haven't seen any of them come by.
Okay.
You can hear things.
Oh, okay. It's been 8 days. Viktor's pretty frustrated by not being able to, like, get up and go. Because he's now lost 8 days.
Yeah.
With a crippled leg. Which is hilarious because it's exactly what I put in my intro.
What do you mean?
When I was reading that intro, he was like, I'm no good to anybody if I'm crippled in the woods.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to try some of the berries. But not all of them. I'm going to let them hang out. I will gather some. I'll gather some of the black ones anyway. I'll keep them separate from the red ones.
That's probably smart.
Keep them separate and kind of like tucked away.
Roll observation. As Viktor turns around, he's immediately surprised by the fact that directly in front of him, not even seeming to try to hide, is a robotic mapping pup. It hovers roughly 20 feet above his head. The scanner beams out and covers all around him, memorizing his outline. Afterwards, the pup turns and zips away through the jungle. What do you do?
Oh shit. Where did that thing come from? I wonder if that was one of the ones that we bought. Maybe Alexei is using them and has found us. Or someone else is here. Well, not much I can do about it, it's gone.
Well, I mean, you can, like, see it flying off.
I mean, they don't act as, like, radios, right? Like, it can't talk to me. Can't follow it.
Roll mobility. Oh, shit. Alright. So I guess Viktor breaks into a run after this thing. Because it's moving. Chasing the pup, Viktor becomes hyper-focused. Running down and up hills, leaping over fallen trees, knocking aside giant leaves, vines, and branches, he refuses to lose track. It's only when he steps into a clearing and hears the scream of "Viktor!" to his left that he pauses long enough to lose sight of the vanishing pup. 30 yards away, surrounded by 3 shark wolves, is Radley.
Oh God.
He stands on top of a boulder as the trio encircles him, growing closer by the moment. What do you do?
Viktor! Oh my God! Oh my God, thank you! He's like, Radley! Holy shit!
And at that point, too, the shark wolves both turn to look at Viktor. And he sees them and knows exactly what they are.
Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. So, do these things, they only hear stuff?
No,
That's how it
the
works?
goblins were blind.
These are not blind?
No, they can see, like, fucking temperature and shit. They have, like, they don't have eyes, but there's stuff inside their head that, like...
Oh, okay. Maybe,
And it's the middle of the day, so, like, there's, like, a lot of heat. So, like, I mean, that's why he's hiding. Like, you guys are, like, kind of invisible to them in the daytime. Like, but they know you're there now because you guys are yelling to each other. But, like, think about it. If the temperature around you is, like, 109 degrees and your body heat is, like, 100, then, like, you actually are colder than the majority of what they see. So, like, they're gonna be able to pinpoint you if you're not fucking careful.
because we appear cooler.
Yeah.
So we'll be like, Radley, shh. Don't make any noise. Like, I'm kind of like motioning to him, like, shh. And I think what I'll do is, with the torch, I gotta lure them somehow.
It's definitely initiative.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily because they haven't seen you yet.
Alright. So Viktor's not moving.
Okay.
Radley.
One of them is like looking dead at him. But there's shit in the way.
Yeah.
You know, there's leaves and stuff.
Alright, so Radley sees Viktor's like motioning and he quiets down, like he stops. And he stops moving. But he's kind of got his eyes on him. What are they up to? They're just kind of like hanging out.
Well, this one is like walking like slowly in your direction.
Mm.
Like just like dragging its head like kind of like across the ground and like through the trees it's pushing back. This one is like walking. Hold on, this thing. This one is like walking around here, like circling around. And this one is following this one.
Alright. I'm going to pour some of the sap like in front of where I'm standing in the path of the thing coming towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go ahead and like creep. Can I move quietly back towards Radley while like leaving a trail of that stuff?
So that way, okay. So you would have to definitely roll a mobility to creep stealthily, and then also a second mobility not to be seen by this dude up here, because like he's coming around that like corner there. Like as you're moving, he's also moving. So by the time you're there, he's probably gonna be about like right here.
If I'm okay.
So and then if you were moving the same thing, like they'd be like here now. So you need to roll 2 mobilities. One to sneak away from these, and one not to be seen by this guy. So you can climb up onto the boulder with him.
Okay. Here we go.
So first one, so I gotta roll against their observation here. So this is the first one's observation. Alright, so that first one did not see you at all. And now the second one, you guys tied, so we'll do a roll off on that.
Let's do observation again.
Yeah. No, mobility.
Oh, mobility. Whoops.
Oh yeah. So Viktor very successfully climbs up onto the rock with Dude now, and
Okay,
or Bradley.
great.
And now this thing is like right about here, like just like right where you were.
All right. So it should be standing at about where I like left this kind of like resin trail. I'm now going to hurl the rest of the bag right at it.
Okay.
Along with the torch.
Okay. That succeeds, and it explodes, and like fucking this motherfucker just runs like straight off into this direction. This motherfucker runs straight off into this direction. And like this one runs through the fire and actually fucking takes a bunch of like flame directly. Well, actually, no. This one is fine. This is the one that like it just exploded into its fucking face and like lit its whole head on fire. Like the whole thing's head is on fire. And it just like runs off into the fucking thing like screaming in agony. So like this one, like you don't see anywhere. Like this one, you hear still kind of close. This one's still kind of close. This one just like is dip gone. Its head is on fire and it just like ran into like the fucking darkness.
Beautiful. Bradley.
Not the darkness, but like you know what I'm talking about. Because it's the daytime.
So these other two are still here.
They're around.
Okay. Be like, all right, Bradley. It's like, oh my God, Viktor, that was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I've been in the woods for days, eating termites. I had to eat raw termites. I was attacked by scorpions. Fireproof scorpions. I didn't know that. I built my whole defensive structure based on fire. It was very disappointing. Well, it sounds like we both made some mistakes while we were here. I mean, you more than me. Because I'm clearly...
Roast them right away!
I'm clearly doing much better than you. Anyway, look, did you see that pup? I was like, no. No, I didn't see it. What happened? There's a puppy out here? Or was a dog? No.
Is it a Cocker Spaniel?
What kind of pup was it? What? No, the kind that the mapping drones, the little things that fly, they map stuff. Oh! The equipment. Yes, those kinds of pups. I understand you now, Viktor. Thank you for that explanation. What should we do here? Honestly, I'm not exactly sure where have you been held up this entire time. I've been back at a camp a couple yards back through the jungle here. I've had, unfortunately, to spend a lot of my time healing it. Had my kneecap shattered by a little tiny baby scorpion. Very disappointing. I survived a waterfall, climbing back up a waterfall, a giant snake thing. The shits that we just fought that ran off on fire, those came out of my body. I'll explain that whole shit later. What? Those came out of you? They're huge! They don't start huge. They're much smaller, like squid-sized, and then they get really big really quickly, and then after a few days turn into them things. And after a few more days, they're probably going to turn into worse shit. So we need to get the fuck out of here. Have you seen Alexei? I don't assume you have. No! No, if I saw him, why would I be by myself?
Yeah.
Almost being devoured by them! Right, that makes sense. I understand your point. Anyway. We should find Alexei. We need to find him if he's still alive. We need to get the fuck off of this planet. I don't even know where we are. Where have you been staying? Like, did you build a shelter? Like, what happened? Like, well, I kind of fell on top of a shelter. I fell into a bunker in the woods. There's just a weird one-person shelter in the middle of this jungle in a burnt-out mattress that I've been sleeping on. I was able to collect some water and make fire for myself. I've been okay, but I mean, we're really, like, I don't think that I could survive here much longer. No, I don't think that you could either. Well, we can either stay back at the camp, either yours or mine. Yours sounds a little bit more secure. I could bring back this resin that comes out of the trees. We can use that to our advantage. But we should probably find where that pup went. It went up this way a little bit.
That shit is gone.
That shit is gone. But do I bother following it? The path that it went? Am I supposed to do something now? Or go back to camp?
All I can tell you is the pup is gone.
The pup is gone. Alright, well, why don't we follow this trail up a little bit? What time of day is it?
Like 5 p.m.
And what time does it get dark?
Like 6.
Okay. Well, I don't want to walk around the woods with those fuckers around. So, what if we gather this shit back up, go back to my camp? Well, mine actually has like a metal door, but it's across a ravine. So we'd have to climb down a ravine and cross an alligator-infested water to get back to it. Maybe let's keep going a little bit up the ways and then find like a tree to settle into or something. Like we can climb up into a tree.
Okay. So as you continue through the path, fucking roll observation.
And I can include Radley in that, right?
Yeah, but he can only give you that buff.
Right, it's a +1.
The trek from the side of the shark wolf attack to the trees, uneventful. Radley ponders in the last 8 days. He's learned in the last 8 days, he's learned more about himself.
24, wait a minute, you just like strike through 8 days.
He's learned more about himself in the last 3 decades of his life. He's a survivor. Viktor is simply glad to know that he's not responsible for an innocent man's death.
Glad you're doing okay, buddy.
The hike only takes a few minutes, but the solace of no longer being alone stretches the time like silly putty. As the trio gets to the top of the tree, Viktor notices that only mere yards away there is a thin stream of smoke coming up from the canopy.
Oh shit. There's a fire nearby. And it's close. If we keep going a little bit, we can get to it. See what's going on. Maybe it's Alexei. So can we climb down and can we like creep over there?
Yeah. Does Radley, is he good with that?
Yeah, no, he's not leaving Viktor.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that sounds fine. I'm going wherever you're going.
Alright, as you guys cross over there, you realize that it's a camp. And that Radley has like this cave. There's a cave. And then he's built up like these tall, like like shelters to enclose the entire mouth of the cave to like where there's just like this like little slit, and all around the slit he's got like torches, and then out in front of the thing he's got this big bonfire, and he's sitting there just feeding it, and then you guys walk into view, and he turns and sees you, and he goes, "It is the both of you that are alive! Wonderful day! To see you both fills my heart." He has started a fire and is roasting what appears to be the carcass of a boar-like animal.
Alexei.
Come, eat, nourish and replenish.
Oh, thank God.
Alexei,
that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Good.
Alexei pulls a large gourd-like fruit that he cuts the top off of with a shard of shale that has been fashioned into a large hatchet knife.
Oh, you can just eat those. Okay.
They've been all around, dude. Revealing a liquid inside, he happily drinks a large swig before passing it to Radley. If we were to abandon in the wild, then I say we enjoy ourselves. That's what I've been doing for 8 days. Tomorrow, now that we are together, we will hunt for the ship. Tonight, we eat, we drink, we celebrate being alive. We fell from the sky and survived, comrades. Look at us. Hey, look at us. That is no small feat. Tell me the tales of your survivals.
Oh, God. First of all, do you know anything about what the fuck happened?
I have no idea what caused the explosion.
Okay.
But my plan is to locate the ship. There I can
Oh my
hopefully
God.
get up and download any remaining information from the black box. That might tell us what happened.
Alright.
We need to learn our planetary position and attempt to get the long-range comms working. It's our only chance to ping any ships that might pass by.
My God.
He looks up to the sky, wherever we are.
Oh. Well, not much we can do about it in the dark. And Radley is taking a swig of that gourd.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, wow.
He's drunk immediately.
This is so much better than termites. You were eating the termites.
They're poisonous.
Well, I roasted them, at least, I
How
guess.
have your testicles not fallen off? You have very impressive testicles.
He, checks to make sure.
They're
He's
there.
Okay, good. Well, I guess I'll go first. It's like, I woke up in quicksand in my face after my cryotube rocketed through the atmosphere, I guess. We landed in quicksand and the glass shattered and I just swam back to the surface and I was able to kind of hang out and panic for over 4 hours before I decided that I probably needed to move on. And then I found a tree and I was attacked by these weird fucking goblin things. And so I hid in that tree overnight until...
Weird fucking goblin things. And they're just like...
Victor's like, that's the second stage of... That's what came before the ones we just lit on fire. It's like, oh, okay, great. Great. You can tell me all about that, I guess. So, after I was in the wood... after I was in the dead tree stump, there were these termites that apparently live in it that chased me out of it. And then, by chance, I was able to find this bunker, this underground bunker. I have no idea who would have built it out in these woods for themselves. There doesn't appear to be anything else around here. But I was able to survive there for a few days, eating termites, drinking water that I found in leaves.
Poor Radley.
I made it over a ravine after I guess I saw your fire, Alexei. I made it over a ravine only to be surrounded by more of those, what did you call them? Shark wolves? Shark wolves. Yes, I mean, like, they have, like, weird shark-like skin, but clearly wolf-like structure to their body, and they growl. It feels like, oh, shark, wolf. That made sense to me. Okay, great. I guess that does make sense. It's probably what I would call them if it happened to me. But, and then Viktor here, pretty much saved my ass from those motherfuckers. And then we came over here and we found your camp.
That sounds like a harrowing story, little gerbil.
It was terrifying. Let me tell you.
Highly impressed that you survived it.
I am as well.
You are a feral gerbil, I see.
Well, built tough, I guess. Built sturdier than I thought. Right.
What of you, Viktor?
Well, mine was a little bit hairier. I woke up in the atmosphere. I woke up in re-entry. The door to the cryotube almost came off. I was able to hold it in place.
Dude.
And slid down through the atmosphere, slammed into a mountain. And then was ejected into the river, where I then was carried very swiftly downstream and over a waterfall. After that, those things came off of my body. So, it's a very long story, but...
Viktor tells the whole story.
Okay, great.
Both Alexei and Radley are like... Well, Alexei's like, Viktor, I feel as though you should have told me this before you accepted the contract. This is very important information. Does the PP know?
No, I mean, not yet. Like,
and
there hasn't been a lot of time to tell anybody between having the ship stolen and this shit happening. I mean, I figured I would talk about it when we got to the job, but, like, we went into cryo sleep, like, pretty much immediately.
This happens how often?
I guess I'm not quite sure yet.
And
how long was the interval?
Can you control it?
Not to my knowledge.
I do not like this.
I don't like it either. So, if we can figure out how to stop it. I don't know. I assume there's something different about my biology now that we need to discover.
I would agree.
So, if you know any biologists...
You are quite the rare specimen. As for
You're
me,
looking at me the way that, like, a wolf would look at, like... like when somebody's hungry and they look at somebody and they turn into a ham in the cartoons.
He doesn't respond to that, and he just says, well, as far as my last 8 days go, it has been peaches and cream. Doesn't even say.
Of course.
I have encountered no dangers at all. I landed directly above my cave. You'll see my
So he was just like... just like stuck into the side of the wall.
The door popped open. He like gently woke up. I was like, oh, I'm crashed. This is a perfect cave. There is freshwater stream inside of cave. I will stay here. So, that's what I did for 8 days. As you see, I built these, but that took like an hour, because I am so large. And the fire has been signaling you for 8 days. I've been hopefully waiting for you. I thought you were both dead at this point, so if you would like, have some of my boar, I guess it is, but you look at it and it's like, got tusks that come out, but then also like fucking triceratops horns that like stick out of its front head. He like carves a piece of it off and like tosses it over to you. Carves a piece of it off, tosses it over to Radley,
Sweet.
and then like walks over and like just chops its back leg off, and it's just like.
Well, we just chow down. I'm just all eating that.
Eventually.
Tricerapig.
The Tricerapig! Yes! Eventually, Alexei speaks up. For the journey ahead, we must get rest. Who would like to take first shift staying awake? I would much prefer not to be eaten in the middle of the night.
Well, I've been pretty awake. I've been pretty wired since we got here, so I'll take first shift, I guess, if you want.
Having reconnected with both Alexei and Radley, Viktor relaxes ever so slightly. The chaos is dimmed now that there's at least a team and a plan. Still aware of the dangers lurking in the dark of this mostly unknown, untamed alien planet, but at least no longer alone. Tomorrow's hunt for the ship is a new dawn. Hopefully our trio has the willpower and strength to overcome and survive the journey.